Well, hello. This is Scott. Welcome to the meditation live stream. I hope that you're well. I'd like to do a brief talk and then we'll get into a guided practice for meditation. Today we'll go for about 45 or so minutes. And the meditation we do is an integrative one, and we work with our body, emotion, mind, and relationships. And because we're comprised of parts and work with awareness and resistance, we learn more about who we are and we understand ourselves from this multi-perspective approach. And when things come together, that's how they integrate, and we sort of free up energy in our system for evolution and for life's Spirit's desire to move through our life more readily. And so that's what we do, and then so I do a brief talk, and then we'll get into that. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about consideration and what that means. And in order to be considerate, we have to be aware. We have to be aware of ourselves, and we have to be aware of others. To consider something seems like maybe it's in our mind, and in part that's true, but it involves more than one dimension of ourself, like I teach on my channel here. To consider means to not only put yourself in someone else's shoes, but also to put yourself a little bit out into the future. If I know how I'm going to be, but I don't know how that might impact another person, perhaps I will take the truth that I'm saying and change how I say it in order to meet that person where they are. This doesn't mean I lie, or that doesn't mean I withhold. It means I curtail how I talk. I tune myself to another person. And therefore, I don't need to pretend to be something that I'm not. Or I don't need to sugarcoat a truth. To be considerate really means to understand. So it's a two-way understanding. We understand our conversation partner, but we also understand ourselves. And we become aware means we become aware of our blind spots and consideration and our resistance to, there are people in the world who wish others harm. And when you become aware of that, it can be very difficult or challenging to practice. But I believe here, and I try to put this forth on this channel, that every little bit counts. Every little bit of consideration we have, every little increase in our awareness, it blesses our life. We become an active blessing. And when we do actions, they have a blessing component. They ripple out. And that blessing, or that energy wave, it doesn't matter the size of it. It matters that it moves through. It helps with moving the energy that's needed to help heal our past, our personal and collective past, and prepare for truly the world that we are about to head into. So that being said, we're going to start today with our eyes closed. Begin to tune inside in your physical body. And we'll do some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In breath, feeling your body. Out breath, letting go of resistance, tension, stress. Allowing your in-breath to detect the resistance, stress, and tension in your body, and then the out-breath to release it. In-breath, feeling. Out-breath, letting go. Front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Allowing your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, to your legs and feet. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Great. And allowing your breath now to return to your usual way of breathing. You can feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection with the planet. You can begin the practice now of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. And then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body like warm honey deep into the earth. And everywhere that the honey touches is cleansed, healed, purified, and made whole as it travels down through your body and melts deep into the earth. In each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body, and then on the out-breath, just melting a little bit deeper into the earth, where the earth receives that energy, transforms it, recycles it. if you like, at the end of your out breath, a pause. So on the in breath, feeling your body. And on the out breath, softening, melting down through your body into the earth. And then at the end of the out breath, you can pause and feel into the quiet or the stillness. A kind of like deep listening. Very good. And then bringing your attention up now into your heart. Feeling your heart space. On the in-breath, feeling into your heart. Out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. It can be useful to take your hand, place it there in the center of your chest, sort of activating your heart space. In-breath, feeling your heart. Out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally right now. And without making your emotion right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in the shared space. And you could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And just noticing what you're feeling right now and just letting yourself feel a little bit. Part of good emotional hygiene is learning to feel things less alone. We're meant to feel things together. Great, and then we can add in a pause here. So on the in-breath, feeling your heart, and then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause and feel into the heart space, the vast spaciousness of your heart. And you can notice that your heart space has this warmth to it, naturally built in. Great, and then now we can bring our attention up into our head, feeling your head on the in-breath, and then softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. And each cycle of breath in and around your head, sort of like removing layers of tension and pressure in your head. And if you like, you could breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or the crown of the top of your head, whatever feels correct for you. Either place is okay. And just feeling and softening in and around your head. Feeling and softening can be kind of like a discovery. You know, you can discover areas in your body that you didn't realize were tense or stressed out, and you become aware of them. And it's like discovering places inside that offer up their tension as a form of release. And the goal is not to collapse or to force relaxation at all. No, it's just becoming aware and linking, letting go with the out breath. Coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy your mind is. Sometimes in meditation, our minds are very busy, very active. Other times, the mind is very calm or peaceful. And either way is okay. Just noticing what your mind is like and practicing to remain uninvolved with your thoughts. And this can be useful. You become aware of when a thought has hooked you, pulled you in, and then all of a sudden you're aware, now I am thinking. And it can be very useful at this point to learn to come back to feeling as an antidote to being pulled in. Feeling your head, feeling your body, the earth underneath you for grounding. And you can add in a pause here in the head space. So on the in-breath, feeling your head. And then on the out-breath, softening in and around your skull. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can notice the vast, open, sky-like qualities of your mind. It's almost as though your whole head disappears, and in its place, the entire sky is resting on your shoulders. Very good. And now we'll spend a little time meditating with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes, and allowing all the work we just did to remain present and not evaporate away. And we'll practice in the relational space, very useful with the eyes open. The relational space has an inside and an outside. Every relation, every relationship has an inside and an outside. And we can practice learning to feel outside and inside. So, on the in-breath, feeling around you, the space around you on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, feeling inside you. You can even practice kind of like a downward movement through your body and into the earth on the out-breath. Feeling around you on the in-breath, and then inside you on the out-breath. And you can notice it could be easier to feel outside you rather than inside, or vice versa. It could be easier to feel inside rather than outside. And that's normal. Just noticing what it's like for you when you practice. Very good. And then from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to the practice. You can keep doing the relational practice like I talked about, or you can also add in qualities of love, compassion, and gratitude to your practice. You can pick one or two or all three. Feeling love, compassion, gratitude around you on the in-breath. And then love, compassion, and gratitude towards yourself on the out-breath. And just practice sending and receiving love, compassion, and gratitude. And if there's any doubt, you can always come back to your body, noticing tension. So on the in-breath, feeling your body. Out-breath, softening. Very useful in times of overwhelm or stress, or when you're out in the world, and has an impact on yourself and those around you. Very good. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet so you can do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up blessings and healing, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. I broadcast every day, unless I'm going through something that's like integration related. So I try to go every day, and then the weekend I broadcast at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then during the week it's 5:30, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.